Hi guys, Blake and Levi here with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Upper Lake Taneycomo. It is August the 6th, Tuesday, or no, is today Tuesday? No, today's Thursday. It's Thursday, and this is the one cast. Today I boated up, I'm right next to the tennis court. It's kind of overcast. I didn't look at the radar all day, but it actually looks like it's supposed to start raining here sometime soon. Oh, let's see, today it looks like I'm throwing a 3/32 Sculpin in orange and with a brown head. Okay, and then below that is a little size 14 olive scud, little dropper fly. So I'm gonna try that. It was just rigged up that way when I found it. But Levi is throwing in 1/8 white Lilley's jig. And we're gonna float the inside edge here and cast out towards the middle. Oh, they are running 4 units of water right now. They've actually, table rocks, I think like 918 or below now, so getting within 2 foot of power pool. I had a bug fly in my eye on the way up here. I'm not exactly sure how to work the jig with this dropper scud on there, but I'm just going to kind of not jig it as much and try to keep it near the bottom and see if that keeps the scud where it needs to be. I was off today, enjoying some time at home, and so I don't have very many fishing reports. I did talk to Phil earlier. He said that he came out this morning and threw a dry fly, a beetle imitation, and caught 4 fish. And I didn't talk to him if he had more strikes on it or not, but he did land 4 fish on it. And so sounds like the dry fly bite might be somewhat decent this August. I know it's not generally the best out here, but I've been seeing lots of dragonflies and stuff above the water. As a matter of fact, the other night when we were night fishing, I had my lure dangling above the water. I'd set my rod down on the boat, and a fish actually came out of the water and grabbed it. And so I think that's one of those things that is working better at night or early morning with the low water conditions. I know that whenever it happened to me the other night, they were running a little less than 1 unit of water, and I think they were doing the same thing this morning here. But yeah, they're starting to crank the water down even more. The schedule for tonight says after 8 o'clock they're supposed to go to 75 megawatts, which is 1.5 units for the night into tomorrow morning. So starting to get some real slow flows. Nothing on the one cast. I know that was a couple casts ago, but nothing's changed on the night crawler thing. The fish are still hitting night crawlers very well. People have been reporting doing good on them, not just in the morning, but in the afternoon, late afternoon times. So if you're looking to catch some fish, sounds like night crawlers have still been the #1 go-to. Dwayne had a trip last night, took a father and daughter out. Said the daughter outfished him 10-1, but they had a great time and caught a bunch of fish, and she caught one that was 21 rainbow, that was 21 inches, a really fat rainbow. Let's scoot us a little closer to the middle. Did you get hung up on the bottom? Nope. Have fish on?
Nope. Good.
I'm gonna try just kind of letting this jig bounce along the bottom here for a second and see what happens. I'll probably just get it hung up, but
That's awesome.
I know sometimes whenever the water's flowing fast enough, you really can just let these jigs drag the bottom and catch fish. Got a little hotter today, our little cool day spree we had going on there for 4 or 5 days kind of ended today. Got up to the mid-90s. You might have to break it off. Stand up and pull the rod straight. There you go. Yep. Oh, and I did the same thing. I got mine back though. I wanted to come in this morning and go out and try the dry fly bite a little bit, but I was driving transportation last night until early in the morning and didn't make it up in time. We're gonna go out tonight and try our hand at the night fishing again. Hey, there's a fishy. Oh no! I don't know if he took the scud or the jig there, but he was definitely on. So dropper flies are something that you can do on just about anything out here. You can, like, even if you're throwing a dry fly, let's say you got like a little foam hopper or beetle on, you can take a little piece of like 6X tippet, attach it to the hook, and then attach like a little midge below it. And then you're not only tackling the topwater bite, but you're also tackling that, you know, that midge hatch early in the morning. Or like here, when you're working a jig close to the bottom, you can put that scud on and try to kind of keep the scud in the same area where it would normally be and kind of work on doubling your chances. And you can do that with any fly that you'd want to work, little micro San Juan worm or something behind a jig or another fly. Right now I'm not really popping it up. I'm just kind of trying to drag it and make that scud look like it's working its way across the bottom. The other day when Phil and I were on the dock, he pulled up some of the moss that was stuck near the dock and found some sow bugs, some scuds, some little tiny worms. I'm not sure what kind of worm they were. But they were kind of a brownish black in color and really, really small. But there was probably more of the worms than anything else, so get a little micro San Juan to imitate that. like a micro brown or something. It might. What do I have on here? Did you see that little guy? I think he took the scud. Sure enough. I think he swiped at the scud, caught him in the top fin. Oh. Hey, little buddy. Just a little guy. I think what happened is he swiped at the scud there and got it caught in his dorsal fin. It's amazing to me, you can use an olive scud. They won't bite it if it has moss on it, but the moss is like the exact same color. It's a little closer to the narrows over here. That's the second one I had on so far, and I want to say that first one I had on probably did the same thing and hit that scud. And it can't really hurt to tie one on if you're out here jigging. They're, you know, if they're biting, they're gonna bite one of the two, so definitely worth trying. I didn't even rig it up that way. I just went in Phil's office and found it tied up and decided I was gonna try it. Looks to me like they're maybe beginning to start to drop the water here. It's not what the schedule said, but there's a little bit of a drop line on the trees over there that wasn't here when we passed it a little bit ago. And the gravel bar is definitely getting visible here. Once I feel this jig hit the bottom, I just kind of give it just a little bump to keep it, there's another fish, keep it up off the bottom. Keep that scud just kind of doing this back behind the jig. I think I got this guy hooked in the mouth this time. He may have even, yep, this one took the jig. Ooh, wow, what a pretty colored rainbow there. Awesome colors. Wow, he really got that hook good. There we go. All right, one for the jig, one for the scud. See if we can get a tiebreaker going on here. And I haven't used a sculpin and orange jig in a long time. Yeah, I'm really just barely jigging that thing, and I'm not jigging it up either. I'm just kind of jigging it sideways, almost like a jerk bait, keeping it down there near the bottom. I'm a big fan of tandem rigging stuff, which means, you know, dual flies. I think that whenever the fish see it, they see, you know, two different sources of food, and maybe that entices them to move a little farther over to grab something. Especially when the water's running this fast, they don't like moving too far for their food whenever the water's going 4 units. So anything you can do to kind of entice them a little bit more is all the better. I think we'll go to the end of Eagle Island here. Dwayne told me that last night the Sculpin Signature Series was the one that was catching the most fish. And lately we've been using a lot of the Rainbow and the French Pearl. We've posted a few videos online from earlier this year of Phil came up here and took some videos of scuds moving around in the water, and we had some down at the dock back when the scuds were real heavy in the water. And you can kind of get a good idea of how they kind of move up and down with their legs, and it may, you know, just give you a better idea of what they look like whenever they're moving naturally in the water, and you just try to imitate that with your bait, whether you're throwing it under a float or dragging them, or, you know, doing a little dropper like I'm doing right now.